Hey everybody, I made a short the other day about how 40K is not a gotcha game. And got a lot of traction, it got a lot of comments, and people were really talking about it. So I wanted to take a slightly deeper dive and kind of give a real example because I don't think a lot of people fully understand what I mean. So before I start, I just wanted to remind everybody that we do have a channel giveaway going on. So every Meta Monday video for the month, if you like, subscribe the channel, comment on any of our Meta Monday videos in the month of January, Meta, what you see right now, you will be eligible to win. We'll draw a winner on the first Meta Monday of February. We'll announce the winner and I will ship it out to you guys. So hopefully that's that. The other thing I did want to just let so few people know is a few people had mentioned on our tournament video that they were going to Texas Open and, wanted to say hi. I would love to say hi. What I will do is I'll post a channel comment letting everybody know, like, what time I plan on getting there and everything like that. So if anybody wants to meet up and say hi, love to see you guys. All right. That being said, let's talk about like what a gotcha play really looks like. So we've got two units here. So we have our Celestian Sacresants with a Hospitaller, and then I've got 10 Corn Berserkers. Before people talk about, oh, well, there's a million different models and all these different scenarios, totally get it. I understand. I'm just using this one example to showcase how it should be done and what a gotcha type moment would be. These are two armies that I play competitively. I'm very familiar with both. So I know both of them inside and out. And if you were to say, let's pretend you're the World Eater player, and what is a very surface level question that you might ask is you might say something to the extent of, hey, what is their defensive profile? What's their toughness? Well, you'd go, they have a toughness of 3. Okay, what's their save profile? They have a 2 base save, they have a 4 up invo. Okay, all right. I'm sorry, 3 base save, 4 up invo. What I would think in my head is most of my swings are going to be at -1. They're going to push them from that 3 to a 4. So they're all going to be on their end bone. And, I've got a ton of volume attacks. So what then happens is if the sisters player does not volunteer, quote unquote, any more information, or the World Eater player doesn't know to ask, and a lot of the time you're playing an army you may never have fought against, that could be the end of it. So I'm going to show you 2 real examples here. So the World Eater player charges over. Keep in mind these units move 8 inches, so the charge would be super easy. It's 11-inch moves. So you basically need a 3-inch charge. Okay, so for the sake of argument, we're going to just say that they're all in and they are choppy choppy. Well, if the only thing these units had was a 3 base save and a 4 up invone, these Berserkers on average would kill 13.6 units, which is enough to not only on average kill all the Sacrosaints, but it would actually kill the Hospitaller as well. You'd wipe the whole unit. So if you use something like Adept Roll, or you're good at math and you just said, okay, my average roll, I should kill these guys. Not a problem. Here's where the gotcha stuff starts happening. After you've already committed that charge, and now we move to the fight phase. Oh, but by the way, I have a stratagem that makes you +1 to hit in melee. Oh, okay. So now that +1 to hit. So you made the charge in, and I'm going to give you an example of how this is a gotcha type moment. You've already committed them in and you've already charged them in. We've transitioned to the fight phase. And then once we get into the fight phase, the sisters player goes, oh, just so you know, as you're getting ready to roll your attacks, this unit's ability is +1 to wound. So you're going to be wounding on 1 higher. Oh, well, now your 13, almost 14 damage that you were expected to do drops to 10. Okay. All right. The Hospitaller will probably live, but I should statistically kill all the Sacrosaints. Okay. Okay. I'm going to roll. No. Wait. They also, because they're being led by a Hospitaller, they have a 5 up, feel no pain. Oh, now the math goes down to you're only killing 8. Okay, well, I'm going to kill most of them, and I'll auto see you, and and the clapback won't be really any damage. Oh, actually, also, I have a stratagem I'm going to use that makes you +1 to hit. Oh, Now you're only killing 6. So now 4 of them are going to fight back. And with their profile, they're going to kill some of your berserkers. Oh, so they've now, in this example, killed 6 berserkers. So let's go ahead and pull 6. And I'm going to show you where this gets worse. You would actually probably do something like this because you would be able to consolidate on your turn. So this is where this gets really bad. These 4 Sacresants, because they have lethal hits and they are 2 damage a swing, and berserkers have a shit save of a 3, they're going to be saving on a 4. So the problem is that you're going to basically get about 10 hits with 2 lethals statistically, because they could also go, oh, you know what? I'm going to pop a stratagem to give me sustained. Oh, shit. So now they've popped 2 different stratagems that you weren't planning on, and they are actually statistically going to kill 3 berserkers. So you might go, okay, you know what? I got them to use 2 CP and I won this fight. Okay, fight phase ends, starts the other player's turn. Oh, hey, by the way, also my Hospitaller, I can burn one of my crappy 1s that I have as a miracle dice, and I get D3 plus 1. Wait, what? Yeah, I get D3 plus 1. And, because you charge me, I'm the defender, so I'm going to fight first this round. Huh? So now they are back to 6 units. So the reason this is a real gotcha moment is you went from being safe behind a wall to charging in going, I'm going to eliminate this unit, to I'm going to kill most of it, to I'm going to kill some of it, to I'm not even going to kill half of it, to now I'm losing a few units. And at the start of the next round, as crazy as this sounds, it's going to be 7 versus 7. So the reason I say I wanted to explore this and show this to you is because in this example, it would actually get even worse, because again, now the berserkers charged on the last turn. So as we get into the fight phase, you could actually choose as a defender that you want to fight first on this activation. And realistically, you're probably going to now, because you have more, you're probably going to kill 4 of these guys. And now that you've chewed through the bulk of the berserker list, they're probably only going to kill 1 or 2 at best of your units. And like we just saw, you're going to go, okay, cool. You don't have enough even on the next turn with killing 1 or 2, that I'm just going to then on my turn res them back, and they will win this war of attrition. Your enemy will win this war of attrition. So that's a perfect example of a player making what they think is a perfectly logical play, a smart play even, but because the enemy didn't really educate them and tell them what their unit was capable of, because you could roll the sisters player could roll all 1s for their saves or all 4s for their feel no pains, right? Of course, any of that could happen, or their attack rolls could be terrible. But the moral of the story is that like they didn't the sisters player in this example did not play with integrity. This is how the integrity should have gone. World Eater player goes, these berserkers are going to be declaring a charge into these Sacresants. Okay, totally cool, man. Just wanted to give you a heads up in case you didn't know. I know you said you haven't played a lot of sisters. This unit, when being led by a Hospitaller, you're going to be +1 to wound. So all your strength 6 weapons that were going to wound me on 2s should be on 3s, right? And even your strength 10 weapons are still going to be wounding me on 3s. Oh, okay. Hey, also, in addition to that, the Hospitaller gives them a 5-up feel no pain. So I know what'd you say your berserker's damage is? It's 1 and 2. You got 2 guys that do 2 damage. All the rest are 1 damage. Okay. So I can feel no pain. A lot of those 1 damages and potentially scam you. Oh, okay. Oh, and on top of that, I can also use a stratagem to make you be +1 to hit. Oh, okay. So if you gave all that information to the other player and they still said, okay, I like my odds, or I'm going to commit a second unit, or a million different things. But if that sisters player relayed all that information to the World Eaters player, that World Eaters player can make an intelligent decision. You know what? I do want to still charge into these guys. I do want to do X. Maybe they're going to use a stratagem, or maybe they're going to do something, right? Maybe he goes, I don't give a shit because I've got dev wounds and sustained hits, and I've been rolling like a rock star all day. That could be the case. But playing with integrity and not being a gotcha is letting that opponent know what the hell is going on and not waiting until they're completely in the open and now killing off several of their models, resin your dudes back up and going, he. Now I've got you stuck in with me in a fight that you probably wouldn't have gone into if you knew all the facts. So I just wanted to kind of use that as an example to show you what really playing with integrity and not having a gotcha moment is. When you're at a table, you know, a lot of this came from my first tournament video, especially if you're a newer player. Everybody wants to win. Like nobody goes to the table and is like, hot damn, I hope I lose today. Like, of course not. But at the same time, like you want to win knowing I had a better game plan and I outplayed my opponent. Not ha 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 ha, they messed up. And I'm not saying, by the way, that you can't lay traps. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is like you want to be clear and intentional, especially if you have an opponent that goes, I've never played Sisters before. I have no idea what you do. The 2 minutes you're going to spend at the beginning telling him all of your army stats, unless you are like a savant, you're not going to remember any of that. Nobody is. So play with some integrity so that you know, hey, I told this guy my unit could do all this stuff, and he was crazy. Man, he was the typical world eater player. He came on out and started swinging because then there isn't any bad blood. Because if it goes bad, the world eater player in this example only has themselves to punish. They don't feel like you scammed them, if that makes sense. So I hope this is helpful, especially for the newer players in the channel that are watching when I talk about like playing with integrity. You don't have to walk them through absolutely everything that your army does. But when you see they're going to do something that you're like, I don't think they remember that this unit they're about to send a melee unit into something that's got +1 to hit, +1 to wound, 5 up, feel no pain, 4 up invuln, and it resurrects. Like, I don't know if they actually are you sure you want to do this? Okay, cool. All good. You know, so that's what I mean by that. Again, last thing I'll say is just a quick reminder that we have a giveaway that we announced on Meta Monday yesterday, and it is live for the entire month. If you want in, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and then if you go to any of the Meta Monday videos for the month of January and just comment the word meta, you are entered to win. And you can do multiple entries. So if you want to do, you know, both Meta Mondays we've done in January, and we've got 2 more to go, you could technically enter 4 times if you'd like. That's all good. You know, and we'll announce the winner in the first video of February and ship it out to you guys. So hopefully this is helpful. Drop a like for the Emperor, subscribe for more content like this. And remember, in the grim darkness of the far, far future, there is always more to break down.